Hello! It's nearly Christmas, so I thought I'd do a little video for you. Oops. Well, that was a good start, wasn't it? Got the Christmas jumper on, got the tree lights on, got little Malcolm giving me a hand with the video. Not quite sure what he's going to be doing. I'll give him the position of executive producer, I think. Can you manage that? Good, good, good. Right, okay, why am I doing this? Well, it's going to be like a little... It's going to be like a little question and answer thing. I haven't particularly... This isn't going very well, is it? You stay down there. It's not... It hasn't been like I haven't asked any particular questions, but I've sort of gathered questions over the last sort of 5 months since I've been on YouTube. So I thought, well, I'll collect them all together and then make a little video for you, seeing as it's Christmas. And we'll have a little chat about things. So let's get started. Oh, before I start, so I wouldn't forget all the questions, I sort of listed them all on my phone. And then realised I'm actually recording this video on my phone, so I had to write them down on a piece of paper. Great. So, the first question. When did you start playing Sims? Right, we will have to go back to about not 19. That's going too far back. About 2006, I think it was, when Sims 2 was out. I'd seen it sort of advertised on telly and I thought, oh, that looks interesting, I'll wouldn't mind trying that out. So I bought it and then sort of forgot about it. And then one Saturday, my then partner, now husband, he works in retail, that's John, went off to work one Saturday and I thought, oh, what I'll do is I'll get that game out, that Sims thing, and give it a try, see what it's like. So popped it on the computer, started playing. Then what seemed like a few minutes later, I got a text from John saying, "Hi, I'm on the bus home now, what are we having for dinner?" And what had happened is I had been playing that game all day. I was still in my pyjamas. There was still a sink full of pots in the kitchen from the night before. I'd not done anything in the house. I don't think I'd even eaten during the day. I just sat there and played and played and played the game. So I had to do a mad dash around the house just to tidy it up a little bit, wash the pot, send a quick text to John saying, "Oh, we'll have a Chinese tonight." Whew, got away with that. But it did not so much scare me, but I was a little bit concerned the fact that that game had taken away an entire day of my life and I'd not done anything. And I'm thinking, well, if I carry on playing this is like a downhill spiral. So I only played it probably for another couple of months and then decided to sort of put it away and not deal with it anymore because, like I said, it was starting to take over a little bit. So I more or less forgot about it after that, and then Sims 4 came out, and again I saw an advert on the TV, and I remember putting a status on Facebook at the time saying, oh, I've just seen an advert for Sims 4, and if anybody catches me going anywhere near that game, if anybody sees me in town buying it, stop me immediately, because I don't ever want to go down that path again. There you go. So again, more or less forgot about it after that. And then I started playing Pokemon Go. Then had a look on YouTube to see if any other YouTubers were sort of playing it, and I managed to find Ali A's channel, and he was just starting to play it. So I started watching his videos, and then he started to introduce his partner Claire. So I then subscribed to her channel. Around about the time she was just starting her Dream House challenge for Sims 4. So I started watching it again and thinking, I like the look of this. So I went out and bought it, and I remember posting a picture on Facebook of me holding the game in front of my face and saying, oh my gosh, what have I done, what have I done, and popped it on, started playing it under a bit more control this time and not allowing it to sort of take over, and yeah, I've been playing it ever since, and I've really enjoyed it, which then goes on to my next question, which was, why did you start a YouTube channel? Okay, a number of reasons really. If you think about the YouTubers that I watch who play Sims 4, their age range is sort of between 20 and 30, I would say. Now, when I was aged between 20 and 30, there was no internet, never mind no Sims 4 or Sims in general. So I decided that because I was enjoying the game so much, it would be probably a nice idea if I started posting videos as well. I don't think, to my knowledge, there are any other 53-year-old YouTubers that play Sims 4. So that's one of the reasons. I didn't have any equipment to sort of play the game properly and also record it, etc. So my amazing husband went and bought me a wonderful setup. No reason really, just I wanted to do it, and he went out and bought it me. Oh, how sweet. So that's why I've been doing it. Another reason I'm doing it is because I'm trying to put together, if you like, a sort of a legacy. I'm going to post videos for as long as I possibly can, and in the meantime my family is sort of going on to the next generation, if you like. I've got 2 great nieces, 2 great nephews, and another one on the way next May. Because of how old I am and how old they are, I'm probably not going to be around when they're all grown up and taking their own paths in life. So what I want to do is create a channel where, if anywhere in the near future or the far future, hopefully, they kind of say, "It was Uncle Richard," they can go onto my channel, which hopefully will still be there, and they'll see all these videos, so they'll sort of see who I was. That sounds awfully morbid, doesn't it? Especially around Christmas. But anyway, that's the reason. Another reason why I'm doing it anyway. And a third reason is it's a hobby. It's something that I can be proud of, and I am really proud of this channel. The videos that I am posting are starting to get better produced, better quality. My narration is getting better. I know when I first started posting the videos, I was so nervous. I didn't have any confidence at all. But then, if you look at some of the big YouTubers at the moment, for example, Lauren Zside, if you look at her first video, she was not had any confidence at all. But if we look at her current videos, she's just got boundless confidence. And the same with Claire Siobhan as well. Look at her first videos, hardly spoke. And now she's got 1.3 million subscribers, so obviously she's doing the right thing. So you have to start somewhere. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And 5 months down the line, I am getting there, slowly but surely. Right, next question. Do I play any other games? Nope, I don't. I have to admit. I don't play any other games. I've had a look at Fortnite and decided it wasn't for me, so I'll pop that away. I used to play Virtua Tennis 4 on the Xbox, and that was a really, really good game. A very, very good quality tennis game. You sort of created your player and then started playing other players online to improve your level of play, which would then increase your ranking, and then obviously you move right up the rankings, up as far as you can get. And that was okay for a while. And then I made the mistake of buying a headset and a microphone so I could hear and also communicate with whoever I was playing against. And that was quite good fun. But then I was playing what you call a live match, which is going to affect your ranking, against somebody who was ranked a lot higher than I was, and I beat him. And the abuse that I got was unbelievable. I mean, he was using language I'd never heard of before, and the awful thing is he only sounded about 12, which was really, really worrying. So I decided don't want to do that anymore, so I didn't use the microphone after that. And then I don't know, it just made me a little bit disillusioned by the whole thing. So now the Xbox is up in the loft, moved on, as you could say. So no, I don't play any other games now. It's just Sims 4. Right, next question. Who are my favourite YouTubers? Right. This was tricky. This was really tricky because I subscribe to, I reckon, about 50 channels. Most of them Sims 4, not all of them, but a pretty high percentage of them are. Now, in order for me to choose, say, my top 10, would be virtually impossible. I don't think I could do it. However, YouTube did it for me. If you've got a channel, look on the left hand side of your page, and the channels that you're subscribed to kind of sort of puts them in order. Say, you know, your most popular views of whatever channel it is goes at the top, and then they sort of go down from there. So that did it for me. I had to narrow it down to a top 5. Doing a top 10 was virtually impossible because they're all so close together. So unfortunately, English Simmer, Sim Supply, and a few others didn't quite make the top 10, but they are sort of between 6 and 10. But I have made a little video just to highlight and promote them, really. Here's my top 5 favourite YouTubers. Put it together, a little bit of video as well of their gameplay. And if you've never heard of them and you want to subscribe to the channels, I'll leave the links to their channels in the description below, so you can go and see what sort of quality of gameplay they're producing, which is, I also must admit, is really, really good. All 5 are very diverse in the fact that they all have a different style of gameplay, but have a look at them. Here are my top 5.
There's a video on Sunday as well. So yes, it's time to watch the highly anticipated Sims 4 Seasons official reveal trailer. It's going to be emotional. I feel like every tear that I have shed into the keyboard right here has finally amassed into rain. Oh my god, is it summer already? Because I'm so sweaty right now. Okay, let's press play. Oh my god, it's a swing. He's swinging. He shouldn't be swinging. He's only a child. Seasons. A pool. That pool is almost as shallow as me.
Okay guys, good morning from the Damon family, the 100 Baby Challenge Fam Bam, sitting down and having some breakfast. Now Missy is feeling kind of down. I guess it's because somebody passed away, you know, whatever, Missy, get over it. She's also feeling a little bit down, maybe she's feeling a bit sick, but she does have that resolution to lose weight. Where do we see that? It's in here, right? Lose weight within 7 days to complete. So she needs to exercise and eat right. So she's gone ahead and... Okay. She's like sitting there making faces and Missy's just like, I'm so disappointed.
This dining set especially, I just think it's so gorgeous. And like the rugs. I was actually quoted in an official Sims article about the rugs. Like, I was at Sims camp and I was building a house, and this lady, she was like, hey, can I get a quote from you about the pack? And I was like, yeah, sure, dude. So I paused my recording and she's like, what do you think? And I was like, placing a rug as she asked me, and I was like, I don't know, but the rugs are so good. It's the little things. And now I'm officially quoted as my favorite part of the pack being the rugs. But like, it's not wrong. That's a pretty accurate statement, I feel like, even to this day. So.
Which grandparent died? Oh my gosh, who died? Judith died? Judith died already? We only just started the Let's Play. What is with all of these Sims dying? Thank gosh it's not Ami, because I would not have handled that. I guess we don't know Judith very well, but that is so sad. All right, we're just gonna attend the introduction class right now. That's beautiful. And Clayton was adopted. What? No. No, you are not dying. What is happening? Why do all the people die at school? What is this school? Oh my god. Okay, well, this is definitely some kind of glitch because every time the kids go to school, someone dies. No.
a.m. in the morning. He's been enraged for ages. He wants to throw a tantrum. He's hungry. He needs a wheat. Look at this. He's tired. He's grungy. It's all going real badly for him. He's gonna go take an angry poop for himself. Him and Phoenix with the angry poops. I can't think in my life I've ever done an angry poop, but I've seen many of them done on this game. Look at Noelle's like posh dresses all lined up for a PR job in the morning. She's got a network with journalists. She's doing good at work, you know. I don't actually know how's the network. Ooh, I can hear angry poops going on. What even is an angry poop? Do they just look angry while they're doing it? I mean, he looks pretty angry while he's doing it there. Maybe that's what an angry poop is. He's still angry after his poop though, so it's not like he poops out the anger. I have said the word poop too many times in this video already, but I don't really know.
There, so that's my top 5. I must admit, Steffo Sims, who came in at number 5, she was a bit of a sort of a tentative one because she has kind of stopped posting videos now. You know, her starter video says she posts every Sunday. Well, she doesn't post every Sunday. She posts probably every month, 6 weeks now, and they don't tend to be the same sort of style of gameplay that she used to do. I think she's sort of grown up a bit, and well, it's not for everybody's taste anyway, but I do still enjoy it. Next question. Any other hobbies beside YouTube? Yeah, probably the longest standing hobby I've got is I love my Eurovision. However, I think it's safe to say that I have become probably more of a nostalgic Eurovision fan, in the fact that I do watch it out of habit more than anything else now. But my real passion would probably be between sort of the start of the contest in 1956 up to the sort of the mid to late 80s. Perhaps just stepping slowly into the 1990s. But the current style of Eurovision, although it's great to watch, I couldn't tell you any of the songs, I couldn't tell you any of the singers, I couldn't tell you what position they came in. But when it comes to the early contests, I kind of know that, so I'm usually pretty good in pub quizzes. Although we did do a Christmas quiz at work, and there was a Eurovision question in there. How many times has the UK finished second? And I said 14, but it was actually 15. Oops. Other hobbies, I love my tennis. Used to play an awful lot when I was younger. But then I developed a frozen shoulder, which was horrible. It restricted a lot of things. My sleep, my work. I couldn't play tennis because it was in my right shoulder. And that went on for about 3 years. So for those 3 years, I didn't pick a racket up at all. Then, once that was sorted out, I developed tendinitis in my left knee. And that put me out for about another 2 years. So it's probably been about 5-6 years since I last played. But I've still got my rackets. They're upstairs. Still dust them down every now and again. Will I play again? I don't know. I'd like to think I can, because at this particular moment in time, touch wood, I am pain-free. Nothing hurts. So maybe this is probably a good time to think about playing tennis again. Watch this space. I may do a video on it. You never know. Another hobby of mine is... That's Malcolm's tail, by the way. Another hobby of mine is my tennis page on Facebook called Here Come the Tennis Girls. I think I started that in 2014, and it's grown to what it is now, and I have about 177 subscribers to that page now. What it does is it focuses on the British women in the game and follows their careers, their tournaments, their tournament wins, their results over the period of the calendar year. Now, it doesn't just focus on the top girls, it does all of the British girls playing at whatever level. So if you're interested in tennis, and in particular women's tennis, in particular British women's tennis, in particular all those lower ranked British players, give my page a follow. I think you'll find it very interesting, and it's a really friendly group of people on there. And I have to say, we've got a couple of former professionals as members as well, which is really exciting. But have a look anyway, see what you think. You'd be most welcome to join us. Right, that's all my hobbies out the way. Final question. Future plans for the channel. Well, as you know, at the moment I've got 2 series running, Newcrest Chronicles and Back to Basics, both done in a different style. I think because it was a channel that I was starting off from scratch, I needed to know what style of play would suit me and what would appeal most to people watching the videos. So I did New Quest in a kind of sort of a machinima style. It didn't start off like that, it sort of developed into that, and that's how it is at the moment. Very basic machinima style, but I do really enjoy doing that. Back to Basics is your standard gameplay. Not as popular, sadly, but I wanted to do the 2 different styles of gameplay, just to see which one suited me the most, and whatever does suit me the most is the one that I will move forward with. I I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to say, with the viewings for Back to Basics. That's probably because it's not been a particularly interesting series. It's getting interesting now, but whereas New Quest is getting between sort of 25-30 views, which is brilliant, Back to Basics is only getting 2, maybe 3 views, and there's one particular person who really does support that series, and I know she's always commenting and liking it, which is brilliant. I'm really grateful for that. But I feel like I'm making that series just for that one person, which isn't really what was the intention. So I don't know if Back to Basics has much of a future. I'm going to carry on with New Quest up to episode 20, which is due to finish middle of April to 2019. There will be a series 2, but series 1 will finish in April, and then I've got to sort of think out new storylines, probably a few new characters as well. So series 2 should be starting around July, August time. And then I've got another couple of gameplays to do. I've got the Jungle Adventure, which I've already got but not sort of had a look at yet. So that might be the next one. Or I might do the Get Famous one, which I haven't got yet, but I will be getting very soon. I've seen some of the other YouTubers doing the Get Famous, and it looks such good fun. So I might try that. Now, what I do intend on doing is both with the Jungle Adventure and the Get Famous, I am going to use characters from New Quest. I'm not quite sure which ones to use yet. I might have to do a little bit of a vote on that maybe, and see where that goes. I have to say, I am so grateful and so surprised about the number of subscribers I've got. My plan was to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the year, and we've got a little bit over that, which is absolutely amazing. And to say I started this channel without any expectations whatsoever, it was just something I wanted to do, and to find out that people actually like what I'm doing is pretty awesome. I'm not going to set myself any goals for next year, because I think by setting a goal for 50 by the end of this year did put me under a little bit of pressure, which wasn't really good. So I'm just going to leave it and see what happens next year. If I get more subscribers, brilliant. If I stay at 50-ish for the rest of next year, that's going to be fun as well, because like I said, at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me. It's a hobby. It's something I want to do. I'm not having any ambitions of sort of getting 1 million subscribers and earning hundreds of thousands of pounds, because that's just unrealistic. But as a hobby, I'm just going to let it plod on, do what I like doing, and see where we end up. Right, I think that's it. I've exhausted all my questions. All that remains for me to say now is have a really great Christmas. Happy New Year. Don't forget there's a new episode of New Quest this Saturday, and it's a big one. It's a pretty controversial one as well, so make sure you have a look at that. And then see where that's going to end up. I won't say any more about that, otherwise I'll be giving the whole game away. But I'll go now. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, and we're going to end this video with a couple of bloopers from New Quest, where things haven't gone exactly how I planned. They've been really quite interesting, so I've kept them. I was going to save it for the end of season video, but seeing as it's Christmas, I thought I might pop them up now. So, Merry Christmas from me. Merry Christmas from Malcolm. And we'll see you again soon. Right, we'll start off with this. This was a scene from episode 2 when Sammy went to try and reason with Timothy, and he was having none of it. There was a lot of discussion, and in the end, they were just getting more and more argumentative. So what happened is she just said, right, forget it. Don't bother talking to me. We'll just avoid each other. And she turned on her heels and off she went. So that's what actually happened in episode 2. But the first time I tried to record it, this happened. The barbecue caught on fire. Now, I kept giving Sammy the instruction to put the fire out, and then that was going to be sort of a turning point. But she wouldn't. If you can see on the left, the commands there are for Sammy to extinguish the fire. But she wouldn't, and then she just walked off. Now the fight was getting more and more fierce. And look, the command there, extinguish. But she's nowhere to be seen. And it was getting worse and worse, and the situation was just getting to the point where if she did try and extinguish it, it's a no-hoper. But as you can see, there's absolutely no sign of her at all. So where is she? So if we go to the front of the house, she's just sat there, or stood there outside, just panicking, but not actually doing anything. Anyway, in the end, Timothy died. Episode 5 was the Christmas episode, and everybody gathers around the tree to sing the carols. Simply enough. Well, that's not what happened when I first recorded it. This is what happened.
So far.